Welcome. Sorry, it was just it's been a little bonkers, but it's good to see you guys. Welcome to a Tuesday episode of Robeytech. I'm your host, Justin Robey, and today, well, we're going to build inside of the Antec Flux. And I know this is a case I've been teasing for a little while, but I'm excited to finally get a chance to kind of build inside of it and check it out. Just so you guys know, for future builds. So Thursday, if you're looking for a PC and hoping to win something, Cy Swan, by the way, thank you for the sub. Kenneth, Spazzing Out, and Figment, thank you very much for the subs already. If you're looking to win a PC, Thursday's the day you're gonna wanna tune in because we're building inside of the Be Quiet. That's gonna be Mod Workshop. Friday, another chance to win a PC. We're gonna be doing Budget Build Friday. That's gonna be happening on Friday, as well as Intel Live, where we're gonna be covering our first Lunar Lake laptops. And then we're back next week on Tuesday for another episode of, we're gonna be building in the Fractal Era 2. And then the best thing is that after that, we're gonna be heading to Los Angeles. We're gonna be doing the NRG thing, the NRG night market stuff, so you're gonna wanna tune in for that as well. So lots of opportunities to win, and you're definitely gonna wanna tune in for the next couple weeks. And make sure you got that sub up to date, because remember, subs get you extra entries towards winning those PCs. So it should be super, super epic. Hey, what's up, Sean? Thank you very much. It's good to see you too. I'm trying to see here. Looks like everything's good. I'm just checking something. All right, cool. So it's good to see everybody. It's good to have you guys here. And it's good to see everybody saying hi. Yeah. So it's gonna be super, super awesome. So Robey, I got myself an NZXT H6 Flow RGB case, a 7700X, and a 4060 Ti 64 gig RAM system. Wow, went 64 gigs, huh? Nice, okay. Well, I'm glad to have you guys here, making sure everything's recording. Yes, it is good. Okay, so let's talk about giveaways, because there's only one. All we got to do, 250 likes over at youtube.com/Robeytech Live. Hit that thumbs up button. Once we get 250 likes, then we give away a $25 new A gift card. Outside of that, guys, we're here to build, chill, and have a good time together. So yeah, come back to Vegas. Okay, can you turn yourself up a bit? Am I quiet? That's weird. Okay. Look like I'm peaking, guys. I don't know, if I turn myself louder, I don't know why, but right now on my end, it looks like it's actually pretty loud. So I didn't actually change anything. So, do I sound quiet to everybody else? You were fine. You sound good to me. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, you sound fine, okay. Oh, to the music. You're quiet. Okay, maybe the music's too loud. I can turn that down. How's that? Is that better? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I turned that, yeah. Okay, so I turned on the music. There we go. That was helpful. Just saying turn myself up and then saying I'm versus the music. Okay, good. All right, cool. Okay, so let's talk about what we're putting inside of today's build. It's a nice $1,800 build. I always like to be conscious of whatever we put inside of the Antec Flux. This is not the CPU we're putting in here, but it's an i5 box. We're actually going to put in the 14600, not the 14600K, not the 14600KF, but I want to have the retail box. The actual real CPU is sitting right here in a plastic thing. I couldn't find the retail box, but anyway, I wanted to make sure. So it's the Intel Core i5 14600K is what we're doing for the CPU inside of this. They just had the brand new latest microcode update. It sounds like they finally put a bullet in any of the issues that they had. And again, this one was like very, very rare, and it was like preemptive, I guess. So anyway, that's totally fine if you're gonna install 14th gen, 13th gen, 12th gen, and of course we've got Arrow Lake right around the corner, so we'll see what that's like when that comes down. So there we go, Intel Core i5 14600K. We're gonna be putting that inside of the Z790 Aorus Elite AX. Again, one of the things I actually really like about Aorus and Gigabyte has just been how much less expensive their motherboards and stuff seem to be versus so many other people. So yeah, this is good. Yeah, make sure you update your microcode and you will be fine. That's Falcon Northwest. That sounds like Kelt in a nutshell. But the Z790 Aorus Elite AX, really like now that they just have their Gigabyte control center. very, very easy to manage. It has very, very low overhead. They didn't try to turn it into something more than what it is, which is just pretty much motherboard management software, driver update software, and then of course controlling your RGB if you want to do that. And then if you want to get crazy, you can use something like Signal RGB. So I've been pretty happy with Aorus as of late. And the other thing too is I just like the prices of their boards all up versus some of their competitors, because you just get a lot for that sort of stuff, which is nice. And then for the GPU, we're using the PNY RTX 4070 Super right here. So it's the RTX 4070 Super. Again, another brand that's been kind of one of those things that not a lot of people have looked in. Now I'm really excited to see what happens with 50 series when they're essentially doing all the stuff that they're going to do with that. I mean, now that we have what's, I just forgot his, I'm going to find it. My mind just went blank, guys, and now it's really staying blank. Guys, help me. Who's the guy? Who's there? Overclocker. Dang it, I just forgot his name. Anyway, used to work at EVGA. Now he's chilling with PNY, and really, really excited to kind of see what he does. And anyway, he's going to be checking things out. Kingpin, thank you very much, Raxidus. Kingpin, man, my mind was like not working. So with Kingpin, which we've done some overclocking and some LN2 overclocking with, so pretty excited to see that kind of come together. For the AIO, for the motherboard, for the storage, we're using the 2 terabyte Kingston Fury. This is their basically their beautiful Renegade NVMe drives, which I actually really, really enjoy. We use them a lot. And then we got G.Skill Triton Z5. This is their non-Neo because this is not an AMD build. And we got 32 gigs, and it's a nice little black color, which is always nice as well. So I'm trying to make it look good while we kind of set that up. For cooler, it's been a while since we've done this. We actually showed this off when we did a really, really long stream with them a while ago. This is the Cooler Master Liquid 360 Atomos. It has it's got like a 3D printed, you can change like the underside. It's a fairly performant cooler, so really, really excited about this. And I like the box. It comes pre-put together, which is always nice. So that's what we're gonna be using for our system. So if you wanted to do something like upgrade to a 14.7 or 14.6, you absolutely could do. A little bit of an overkill. You could do a 240 millimeter AIO here, but you know what? We're here, this is the hardware we had, so, I was like, you know what, let's throw a 360 in this. I always think, all in all, sometimes the cost between a 360 and a 240 is so insignificant or so close that it might be worth the 20, 30, 40 bucks. Now, when it comes to like screens and stuff like that, the jump can be quite expensive, but given this doesn't have a screen or anything, this should be a perfectly reasonable thing to jump up to that. By the way, again, huge shout out to PC Guy 88. 8088 and BVMC Daniel for the sub. I don't know if I said Cerebral Paul, but thank you very much for the sub as well. For power supply, I know you guys were talking about this a little bit later. We're using the MSI MAG A850G PSU. This one has the 16 pin or 12 plus 4 pin, however you want to call it. So always really works well in that regard. And then you guys know, if you were watching the game stream just this weekend, you guys know I like blue, so throwing blue in there, not because it's Intel, just because I like the color blue. So we've got blue cable extensions and all that sort of stuff. So these are the parts going inside of today's build. And then if you just want to see a good overview, well, here's just a good overview while I get ready to get prepped. Here it is right here. Here's all the parts. We got the Intel Core i5 14600K, which you can see right there. There's your Gigabyte Z790 Aorus Elite AX motherboard. As you can see, that PNY NVIDIA RTX 4070 Super Verto, which means we do have some RGB on this, which is always fun. The Kingston Fury Renegade 2 terabyte Gen 4 NVMe drive. We have the G.Skill Triton Z5 RGB 2x16, 6,000 mega transfer. That is 32 gigs of RAM. We're using the Antec Flux Wood. This is their newest case that just came out with part of the Flux lineup. The Cooler Master Liquid 360 Atomos, and then that MSI MPG A850 G5 G Gold PSU. So there's all of our parts, guys, that we're using in today's build. So it should be, I'm excited to see the build. We'll get it up, we'll get it in into Cinebench, see how it performs thermally, see how it performs in a game thermally when it's all said and done, make sure that it boots, all that sort of stuff. So if you've never seen our show before, really we just kind of like to take you from the beginning all the way to the end so you can really kind of see the end-to-end performance on top of building. We don't just build it and say like, look, it looks so good. Like we want you to have an understanding of just how well it's gonna perform and you know, if there's any quirks while building and all that sort of stuff. I saw this case on Bitwit the other day. Yeah, I'm a little slow. I'll be honest, guys. I'm excited. You know, we've been hinting, and you guys are starting to see some of this stuff come to fruition. But we're making a lot of changes to make sure that we can get back to the core of what we do, which is just ensuring that streams happen on a consistent basis. A lot of times, just because of how much we've grown, our sets have to be used for multiple things. And so sometimes like, hey, I want to do a stream, but I can't do a stream because the set's in use for some other reason. So, and we have, I mean, we have like 4 sets, which is the thing that's so funny. So, you know, okay, I'm just gonna throw it out there into the universe. We should, if everything goes well, we're gonna know in the next like 4 to 5 weeks, we should be moving into a new studio, a beautiful, big, large, open area where we're gonna have multiple sets. So you guys are, by the time, hopefully in New Year, we'll have a whole new Robeytech 3.0, which you guys saw 2.0 about 3 years ago. So Robeytech 3.0 with like a whole new studio setup, lots of new things, much bigger sets and all that sort of stuff that allows us to not be able to do that. So it should be pretty crazy. I mean, just so you guys know, I think people don't know, but my staff now, I think a lot of people, they don't, guys, we're actually quite a large operation. So we have grown pretty significantly, even though you guys might look at YouTube and you guys think, oh, well, you know, Robey only does, you know, he's only got, you know, 200 and, well, now we're a little over 300,000 subscribers on YouTube. But guys, we do a lot of things for a lot of people because we do not just the stuff that we do for Robeytech, but we do a lot of stuff as an agency as well. And so our total staff size is actually, it's actually closer to 19. There's 19 people who work for Robeytech. It just continues, the operation and stuff continues to grow. We bring in a significant amount of revenue, and this is part of that growth in doing that stuff. So the stuff that you see on the stream side is just a very, very small portion of it. And a lot of times, you know, the one thing that we always have to do is a lot of what we do on the other side is learned from what we do here on the stream and the YouTube building side. So it gets kind of insane. A lot of times, like I'll sit on a meeting and there'll be like 8 of us in the meeting, and it's like pretty crazy to think like, oh my gosh, I'm responsible for these 8 people, and I better not screw this up, because you know it's one thing when it's you and just you who has to rely on it, but when you have a whole lot of people who rely on you for their well-being and their how they're doing. You know, that's a lot of pressure. And so there's a lot of times where sometimes I have to make decisions like canceling streams or whatever it was because we have to make sure the other stuff comes in here, because Robeytech actually as a YouTube is a very small portion of our revenue stream, and a lot of the other things that we do is actually where we make the majority of our money. So it's just one of those things that I like to be transparent. But you know, one of the things I was talking about with Jasmine and with Damien and then the other leadership, you know, some of the other leadership people, which we have a new person who you guys are going to get introduced here come mid-October, who's running that large part of that company, is just that I need to stay connected to you guys. Like that's like what, you know, how we learn and how we get better, and not being able to do streams is such a large part of that. So it's something we're absolutely going to fix. I definitely want to spend time. I mean, guys, we used to be able to pull over 1,000 concurrent just on Twitch alone, and honestly, my inconsistency has really hurt that streaming and stuff. And so I feel like honestly, like I've let you know, our quality hasn't come up the way that we've normally done, even though we've done things like improve cameras and stuff. But our hope is when we have a new studio, there's actually going to be a live producer in here, and that live producer will make sure that the stream quality goes up. We'll have movement in cameras, just a lot of other things that brings the overall quality of the streams way up, which should make them more entertaining. It's not to say that it's not entertaining, you guys see new stuff, but one of the things that we were always so good at is that everything new came through this studio, like every case. You guys, this is one of the first places you always saw it, but you know, the King 95 Ultra from Gear Seekers, you know, you guys didn't see that. The Fractal Era 2, we were like a week and a half, like it'll be 2 weeks. And so I want that cutting edge, hey, it's live, that means I'm gonna see it on Robeytech right as soon as it goes live and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, these are all things that we're changing to make it better, to make you guys feel like you're a community that you guys are being invested in, right? And so that's really important to me. So yeah, I just want you guys to know, it's not like I don't notice that stuff, but yeah, I just want it to be better. I want it to be better for you guys, and I want you guys to feel like it's a consistent place that you guys get to come and hang out. And the one thing that we did add more of, and you guys saw that just on Sunday, is now the game streaming room is all set up. It's fully ready to go, so I can just sit down and stream. That'll happen kind of at a moment's notice. So you guys are gonna start seeing a lot of that stuff kind of happening. And then, you know, today I was like, no matter what, I was like, no, we're going live. I don't care what other stuff I gotta do. It's hanging out with you guys that's important. So that is it. Sorry to rant a little bit, but I think, you know, one of the things I think that people want to know when you guys have live access to somebody is you guys want to know a little bit about the history and what's going on, right? And you know, what you guys are part of. Some of you guys have been with me. I'm looking at some of these people who've subscribed for 36 months or 48 months. I mean, that's 4 years, guys. 4 years that we've been together. And I never want you to feel like it's not important and that I take it for granted. So yeah, yeah, that's kind of it. But let's go to top down and let's start building this thing. You guys are like, I'm not in this for the feels, Robey. I'm in this for the building. I'm in this because you promised me quality builds 24/7. I was like, no, I didn't do that, but sure, let's keep going with that. So anyway, guys, starting with this is our motherboard, the Z790. I like these, they're clean. Endeavor says, love from India. Nice. Hi, what's up, India? Oh, wow, this is like really stuck in here. Ooh. Kurdog's, I like it, Turdog. Turdog's like, I'm here for the feel. I just took Turdog's name and Kiltman and put them together. You guys are officially a thing now. Like Brangelina. Kurdog, Kiltman and Turdog are a thing, like Brangelina. You guys are like Brangelina right now. Turdog, I'm Brad. Wow, they're already fighting over it. Okay, guys, here it is, the motherboard. I mean, you have to say, this is actually pretty nice. By the way, guys, 2 weeks from now, I wish it was next week. I don't know. Maybe I'll do Gear Seekers a favor, and we'll try to do the Montec earlier. With the Montec build, we're going to be using all of the new X870 motherboards. So we got them all from ASUS. So I want to start showing those off as well. So getting that stuff in too. So there we go. Oh, guys, there's going to be a fight between Kiltman and Turdog. So guys, let's go in. That's going to be the main event afterwards. We're going to stream that. Just the fight between the two. Lousy Gamer, thank you for the sub. And Igor, as always, you are a gem, a man, a prince among men, my man. And thank you very much for the continued support, right? Okay. All right, here we go right here. Throwing our 14600K in here. I need AMD to hurry up and, well, I mean, we'll do some we'll probably do a lot of, 7800X 3D builds again. Just seems to be like, if you're gonna do a gaming build, do a 7800X 3D. The other thing too is I wanna let you guys know, because honestly guys, a lot of our laptop videos have been popping off. You know, we have some in the 50, 60, 50, 60, 30, 40,000 range. And we just signed with Puget Sound, which is actually a company that's here in Seattle. And so we're going to be using their stuff to do more productivity stuff. And so we may, once we kind of get used to their productivity stuff, we might just start showing things like that. So when we do benchmarks here on the show, not only will we do gaming, but we might throw some things like Premiere, DaVinci, so that way we can start telling people, hey, you may be looking at this build as a content creator or whatever it was, and you want to know how it does in rendering and things like that as well. So something we're taking a look at. That's Kevin is actually going to start that work after he just finished the Titan. He's dealing with some couple new AIOs that aren't announced, and then afterwards he's going to start getting to the Lunar Lake and Ryzen AI laptops, and so that's where he's going to them. So yeah, should be cool. RAM, that's what I'm looking for. Top down RAM. We got our click. I think she's already got it going predictions. Let's throw our NVMe in while we're waiting for that. NVMe time. This has got a click. I don't even have to do anything crazy. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Little peel here. Yeah, the entire Puget Sound. We are now the owners of the Puget Sound. And Joshua Wood says, you know what? Let's throw a dad joke in there right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and click that to confirm that I see that.
Now, another Robeytech dad joke phone out.
Okay, there we go, guys. I'm just gonna peel this though. I was like really stuck on there. All right, cool, we're good. We got another one on the other side. Oh, there it is. I was like, where's the other side? There it is. Boom, we're peeled. Jason, that's awesome. That's amazing. That makes me feel, dude, I really appreciate that. Okay, I'm gonna get a dad joke out here in a second and get this going. Let me take a drink. I hope there's a lot of water in here. Yeah, there is. Okay, still. I'm gonna take smaller drinks. Okay, here we go. Guys, we're officially in February. That's how many dad jokes we've done. What noise does a 747 make when it bounces? What noise does a 747 make when it bounces? Boing, boing, boing. That's actually pretty good. Airplane joke. Boing, boing, boing. No, it's B-O-E-I-N-G. B-O-E-I-N-G. Yeah. Would I recommend a Ryzen 7600 over an i5? DePhil, it depends on what you want to do with it. Is it just for gaming? Then it doesn't matter. If you care about productivity, Ryzen 7600 will not outperform in multi-core or Core i5. So that's really, but if you care about just gaming, I would go with whatever's cheaper. I prefer right now, I feel like MSI is the easiest, right? And now that I really like MSI's way when they did their Boeing stuff or how they did their Intel fix. Asus did something kind of crazy with their X870s, which were kind of like, we're baffled, but they both make, I mean, they're both good. You know what I mean? But I like MSI personally. Currently, I've liked it more this generation than I've liked Asus. And usually price-wise, that's okay. That's sort of true because I actually use a lot of tough boards and I really like tough. But yeah, and the other thing too is, how about this? Let me say it this way. Actually, I've got it. I've got the answer to that question. For the lower end, like your Tomahawks and that sort of thing, I actually really like MSI. And right behind that very closely is the Asus Tough. At your higher end, honestly, we've had a ton of issues with high-end MSI motherboards. Their Aces, their Carbons. We've had 3 Carbons fail on us. So I actually like the more expensive, like the Strix, their Crosshair, the higher end boards on Asus definitely seem like the worthwhile investment versus MSI. The other one that was kind of interesting has been Gigabyte. Gigabyte has been one of those things that I've just kind of avoided, which is one of those ones that I've just kind of avoided, but I've started using them more and more and I've actually been much happier. I used to have stuff like, I'd have weird things fail on Aorus boards. And understand guys, we use like hundreds and hundreds of, we use a lot of motherboards, right? Like we build hundreds of PCs, right? And so we just see a larger sample set. I will tell you, like I know a lot of people were having issues with Asus boards prior to that, and we've probably built 60-ish machines with Asus boards. Now understand, we don't use them for a ton of time, but we've had far less issues with Asus than we've had with MSI, Aorus. And the other one that we've had almost no issues with is actually ASRock. So yeah. But again, that's just to say, right? Like it's not to say, that's just, again, we have a larger sample size, but we are still small in the larger kind of scheme of things, if that makes sense. So. And ASRock, I mean, I'll be honest, man, ASRock from just setting things up standpoint, ASRock's really straightforward. Yeah, and I you know, it's honestly, that's the thing is like, I think that people just have their preference, and some of that's just like how things go for them. You know, we build a lot of PCs. I mean, it's funny. I would almost say like over most TechTubers, I think the only person who may build more than I do now is Hall of Tech because she builds PCs like all the time. But she doesn't do it with near the number of components. Like she has a tendency to do a lot of them based on commissions. I think what we have over most individuals is we build with the largest variety of hardware among most tech influencers because we build with pretty much everything, which is something I think, you know, like when you have SIs or computer repair people and stuff like that, they don't actually have that privilege because they're building PCs that people want to buy. And I'm not building this PC. I build this PC because I put components in it to make people think like, hey, this would be a good option to build if you want to buy this system, but we're not building it specifically because, you know, then all we do is build 011s, you know what I mean? So, okay. Let's see, what did you put, Blondie? I don't even know, but I'm gonna click in this and we're gonna see if it hits it. Oh, that was super mushy. Yeah, 89. That was terrible. I'm getting excited for Friday. Got my new GPU that day. Oh, nice. 7800 XT. How much did you pay for it? They're pretty cheap now. Yeah, guys, that was 94.3. That was no. Yeah, that was, guys, sometimes it's the Mobo. This one's got some resistance in it. So, yeah, that was not it. The princess was in another castle on that one, guys. I like how she says 99.5 do better. Like I had control of that. Like I could fix that. Okay, let's see here. Let's grab our install components. $730 Canadian, so that's like 2.7 million USD, right, or something like that? Or is that like, oh, it's the opposite. That's like 30 bucks US. I have a question for you guys, like genuine question here, because I don't know. I was curious what you guys think. When you learned, oh, there it is. It's like, oh yeah, this is all the, I was like, wait a minute, where's all the stuff? When you learned that AMD was pulling out of the enthusiast GPU market, right? And enthusiast is such a broad term. Did that give you concerns about what kind of support you were going to see for the GPUs you're getting now? Like, do you feel like you're going to see less, or you know what I mean, or where they're going to do less, that, you know, like DLSS or whatever it was, given that that's not really where they're targeting? I was just curious. LG A1700, there we go. 2 Intel brackets. And this is, oh, bracket screws, okay. Take those out. Not really. Okay, just curious, just curious. It did, I'll be honest, guys, it crossed my mind. That it did cross my mind. And maybe, and you know what, honestly, I just like, you know, it's one of those things like when they did this last time, and this is just a thought, when they did this last time, this is when they started having all their problems with their drivers. Because they took focus away from that driver team because they weren't as picky about it because the market was less high end. Does that make sense? So I'm just curious. Like that was my thought. And I thought to myself, is anybody else thinking the same thing I am? Because if not, then I'm just crazy. And of course we're gonna have to see what happens. But that was just where my head went. I mean, because we're doing, like, the budget build Friday this week is a AMD GPU, right? And so, you know, and we're sitting there, we're testing it and all that sort of stuff, and it aligns with what I kind of expected from an AMD GPU, right? Like, ray tracing is terrible, you know what I mean? But for the most part, like, again, you get a ton of gameplay performance off of games like FPSs and stuff like that. When you look at most AAA titles that are coming out right now, and I'm talking about AAA cinematic titles, like, it's a given that, like, ray tracing isn't even a question anymore. It's just a given that it's in there, right? So I just really hope that they don't stop creating things that allow, you know, things to punch above its weight class. You know what I mean? Yeah, if you don't, oh yeah, Turdog. It took me a minute to reread what you said. I was like, wait, what? Okay, so there we go. Got that basically set. Let's go to, let's put some thermal paste on this bad boy. Oh man, I need to order more spatulas. Well, your statement still works though, Turdog, because it says, if you don't care about ray tracing, then ray tracing performance on AMD GPUs is great. Because if you don't care about it, then you don't care, and so it's great. But if you do care, then it's not great, right? I think it still works what you said. I just think you didn't mean it for it to come out that way. Ray tracing doesn't exist in a $500 world. You mean a $500 PC world or $500 GPU world? Because, I mean, $500 GPU, dude, a 4060 Ti and dude, we do ray tracing on a 4060 Ti. Go look at our $1,000 build, man. That was playing Black Myth Wukong at 1440p with ray tracing on max at 60 frames per second. So no, that's not true. 4060 Ti can do very well with ray tracing. And the 4060 is not that far behind at 1080p. I mean, ray tracing performance, I mean, like it out ray traces a 7700X or 7800X, right? Your dog's on fire today. Yeah, and that, dude, I have to say, like the 8 gigs does pop up and all that sort of stuff, but you know, it's funny, it's like, you know, it's like a lot of people, I would say, given that the 4060 has started to jump up in terms of overall presence on Steam, I'm being like Turdog now, on Steam as one of the most popular GPUs, it's funny how many devs are starting to optimize for 8 gigs of RAM. It's kind of funny because it's almost like Nvidia said, yeah, you guys want us to, we don't need to fix the problem, devs need to optimize. And the other thing too is like GDDR6 is perfectly fine for swapping textures between the VRAM, and then putting it in cache. 8 gigs is a lot of space for textures. You know what I mean? It's just the thing is that they just need to optimize. Instead of throwing like 12K textures, thinking that 8K is around the corner, they can use 8K textures and do a lot of that stuff already. So I just kind of feel like Nvidia's done a little bit of like, you know, forcing function, because the 4060 is showing up on the Steam charts, right? And more than likely, like the 3060 or even the 2060, it'll still end up being one of the most bought cards. And I'll be honest, guys, a lot of that is just plain ignorance on consumers' parts, right? Because like ideally, 8 or 12 would be ideal, right? Again, does it limit overall game development? When we talk to game developers, the answer is no. The thing is that a lot of the reasons that things are as bad as they are is just because game developers don't have time to deal with PC ports. They're rushed at the very end. Their focus is again on console, because again, PlayStation 5 and Xbox is still the primary platform in which they sell titles. And the other thing too is that the memory architecture for those are so completely different than they are in PC. So then they rushed them out there. But I'll be honest, guys, the stuff that happened with Last of Us, the stuff that happened with Hogwarts Legacy and the PC ports of late have honestly forced developers to not be able to do that, because honestly, Steam people just like will review bomb their stuff. And so I know there's the thing where people say, hey, this number should be the amount. But unfortunately, really the truth is, developers need to develop for 8 gigabytes of VRAM, because that's the cards that people are buying. And understand, everything that's above that, guys, there's a reason AMD bailed, is because that's such a small percentage of overall buyers. So to sit there and say like, hey, think about this, what is the number of GPUs that have greater than 8 gigs of VRAM that people are using now? And that number is like less than 70%. So if developers are developing for that much VRAM, that is just a bad idea. You know what I mean? Yeah. Wonder how much profit made per 4090. I would think a big number. Honestly, not as much as you think. I think the reason the 4090s is because they actually made less money because they could sell them to companies as AI accelerated cars for more. So I actually think, did you miss long GPU? I did. If you want to repost it, Araxis, go ahead. If I want a new PC, I wish the Monster Hunter Wild, although I think still 5 months. So, sorry guys, I went on a rant and didn't even read anything. Not for the Skyrim mod pack I'm running. Well, yeah. Okay. Anyway, there's that. The PC, the Mobo is ready. And now we can move on to the next thing. I think it's funny because I think the people who are saying these things, guys, I think the thing that people are, the thing that people are, the AMD equivalent of a 49, there isn't one. The AMD equivalent, the closest one is a 7900 XTX, and it's nowhere close to a 4090. I think the thing that drives me nuts is that people who've never developed video games are the people who are saying what games need. And the people who develop games aren't saying the same thing. So that's the thing. It's like nobody's actually asking the developers. They're just saying, hey, we need to fix the problem. It's like we're sitting there and saying like, hey guys, I bought a new boat, but I don't have enough room to basically float my boat around. And somebody says like, well, what you need is an ocean. When all they really need is a small pond, you know what I mean? So it's just like one of those things. Yeah. How can you say AMD is not good and I have a 4090? I don't understand what you mean by AMD. I didn't say AMD is not good. I didn't say that at all. I never said that. That is not something I ever said. I didn't say AMD is not good. Did I say AMD is not good? Because then if I did, I don't know when I said that. It's not as powerful, Phineas. It's not even close. Like a 4090 and a 7900 XTX are not the same. Like, I just said it's not a 4090. It's not. Okay. 7900 XTX was never meant to beat a 4090. 7900 XTX is not meant to beat a 4090. The equivalent of a 4090 is a 4090. Exactly. It doesn't equal a 4090. And a 7900 XTX does not equal a 4090. There are people who can push a 7900 XTX to somewhat get close in raw rasterization performance. But a 4090, like just here's the thing, take Cyberpunk 2077, Black Myth Wukong, Star Wars Outlaws, even Starfield. Put it on max, turn ray tracing to max, and it will run with every bell and whistle. It will run circles around a 7900 XTX until the cows come home. Flight sim, yeah. I mean, honestly, like, the thing is, the two cards that compete right now is the 7900 XTX and the 4080 Super, which, let's be honest, NVIDIA basically made the 4080 Super and costed it $1,000 to basically shoot the 7900 XTX in the head. I mean, that's what they did. Like, NVIDIA's no dummy, right? That's all they had to do is then essentially, like, once they did that, honestly, sales of the 7900 XTX just dove, and now you see that in the cost. Like, go look at how much a 7900 XTX is now, right? I mean, essentially, like, and the thing is, a 4080 Super, like, NVIDIA is outselling in the high-end consumer market, like, what, like 7-to-1 or something like that? Yeah. And that was the thing. So, Nakey Jakey, the point I'm trying to say is, like, we can't, the thing that you can never say is, like, I kind of feel bad about saying Black Myth Wukong. Because again, those games get optimized for whatever the GPU is that they're releasing at the time. Space Marine 2 is another example of, like, you can't take it at the very beginning because they optimize very heavily. And then there's like one patch and then they finally add DLSS 3.0 or whatever it was, and then it's like there's no comparison, right? Yeah. I'm over here just like taking this case apart on, just taking this case apart on like autopilot. So let's take a look at the case, by the way, because yeah, we're actually supposed to be building this PC, and I'm in like rant mode. I think it's just because I haven't hung out with you guys for a while. So a couple things. One, we do have that cool. Looks like we can take this off, which I always like to do. Where's my cool screwdriver? I feel like my screwdriver dispute is in here. I have the Be Quiet one, but where's my nice red one? Or red and black one? Oh, it's right there. I'm like blind. So let's take this off, because I like having access to the, so you can take the front off, which is nice. It's Robey Rant Monday, or Tuesday. I just haven't hung out with you guys. I think the other thing too is like, I think a little bit of like, sometimes like, I get too afraid of sharing opinions. Wow, that just popped right off. There you go. Okay, so now I have good access to the front panel. Sometimes I'm afraid to share opinions with you guys. But the other thing too is, let's be honest guys, we're at the very end of this life cycle, right? We're at the very end of this life cycle. So pretty soon, like, we're all gonna see, and now we know, right? We don't even know, like, we don't actually even know where AMD's next series of GPUs is gonna be. Is it gonna be 4070? You know, was that like 5070 and we're gonna see a 5070 competitor? Or is it gonna be like a 9700X, 9800X? Like, where are they gonna end up, right? And, you know, so, I mean, that's the thing, is like, we just don't have a whole lot. So, yeah. Interesting time. It's gonna be interesting. This year, this time, like, it's not even the same landscape going into this series. Throws 4090 in the garbage. Almost, right? I'm one of those people, it's like, I know I'm just gonna, like, every PC I have will all be running high-end GPUs, because I want to play my games at max everything. And the thing is 4 years from now, if I want to run 4K, though I think we're gonna start getting into like 4K is gonna be like 1440p. You know what I mean? It's like gonna comfortably run. And what I'm doing right now, guys, I'm just removing the drive tray, because why? I'm not gonna use it, but I mean, it is nice. One thing I ask, if Antec, if you're watching this, can you label this like Antec Flux? So that way, like, because the thing is like, it's really only for me, so that's really a waste of money, so they're not gonna do it. But because I like take these out and then I find them like around, right, like this. Like this tray is from a case. What case? Couldn't tell you. If I was gonna put it back in the case, I couldn't, because I don't remember. So I really wish they would label these so I knew, oh, this goes the Antec Flux. So yeah, first world problem right there, but there we go. I'm ranting. Okay, got it. AMD Battle Mage 6090. Yeah, robot, it's an $1,800 build. I'm not doing anything crazy, yeah. Jack Dragon, you're asking me to do extra work, dude. Come on, look at Jack Dragon using Logic. You know, you could, but then you would watch it. Would you guys watch it on stream? Like, hold on, guys. I gotta make sure I sort all my screws and I label my drive trays. You know what I mean? Look at GT Beakerman, same thing. You guys are like, look at you using Logic. It's like, okay, I have to say, guys, this was the comment. I got a little bit angry, and then I had to sit there and say, like, he's not wrong, right? So in the SPU 01 review that we just released, somebody said, I was like, hey, we didn't know what the weight of the case was, so we asked. And then somebody put a comment, they're like, do you not know how to use a scale? And I was like, you know what, you're absolutely right. We could have just waited. For some reason, we had to get confirmation from them, and it actually took like 2 days to get an answer. We could have just waited. But yeah, that didn't cross my mind, because I was so used to just having the information that when I didn't have the information, the thing I did is went and asked for it, instead of just figuring it out myself. And like hurt my soul a little, but in the end, the guy's not wrong. And it's like the same thing you guys are saying. It's like, you could put a Sharpie and put some masking tape on it and just label it. That makes way too much sense. So, but I'm just gonna sulk because that's what we should do. We should just sulk and pretend like it's not our problem. King 95 Ultra really looking good and way cheaper than the MSI Maestro, but man, love the Evolve X2 kind of had me. So I'll be honest, man, we just got finished with the King 95 Ultra, the Gear Seekers edition. That case is a gem. Get an intern to do it for you. That is another option, another solid option. I like this option better. We just need a dude, like, you know, like one of those tennis ball boys whose whole job is just to get up, run, build, like do like write stuff for me and then run away. And people are like, what is that guy's even role? How much does he make? You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, I don't know. I think you're not wrong. I think I need to just hire some random person to write my stuff for me. Okay, guys, I think this case is stripped. But yeah, no, all in all, okay, a couple things about the Flux. So one of the things I actually really like about the Flux, guys, is these guys actually did a really good job of thinking about airflow. I like that with it comes stock with a GPU fan done in the reverse direction. Right here at the bottom, it's got 3 fans in the front, 1 fan in the rear. The other thing that's actually really nice as well, and Antec has always done this, especially for the price, is it actually has a hub at the top with RGB and with PWM. Oh, it is a little bit interesting. They did the PWM like side, so you plug it in directly instead of on top. But it's in a nice place in terms of measurement. They did some good job with cable management stuff using these clips. It's got, you know, in terms of tie downs, look at how many tie downs this thing's got on the back. Rubber grommets, both here at the bottom and on the side. You also have, this is also BTF, so you can actually see it. We do have BTF support, so you can do BTF or Project Zero or Project Stealth, which rumor is Gigabyte's bringing back. Lots of places and perforation to pull in air from the case, so you are going to get additional air. Even if you don't have direct airflow, components will pull air from the outside of the case pretty easily. And then again, you also have a perforated bottom, and it has a really large, nice, dust filter as well. The other thing that's super interesting is they pushed the front panel stuff, like usually this is right here, but the one thing that's actually really nice about this is I think for EATX, you actually end up with a lot of room, which is super cool. And then again, SSDs, you can do, we have 1 down here, and then you can do 1 up here as well. Najia, thank you very much for the sub. Peter Kennan, thank you for the sub. Gamu, Dr. Big Nuck, also thank you guys for the subs. So all in all, like, pretty cool case. And then again, airflow in these have always been really good. The other thing too that they didn't add a couple small things. So they don't have a cable management thing back here on the rear IO. The other thing too is they made this cable a little bit tight, but I think that's something we could fix. The cool thing is you could zip tie this to the back here. And then the one thing that will be interesting is the pre-install here. Sometimes things having these pre-installed versus installing them yourself, you end up with like, it can be a little painful to get to the front panel connector. But yeah, it's all pretty straightforward here. Let's look at our front panels here. See what you got. I will say it's pretty clean. They did a good job of keeping it clean. So front panels, we got USB-C, your 20-pin USB 3, you got HD audio, and then unfortunately, 1980 or 1990 called and said, hey, Antec, can we get a unified front panel? Luckily, it's only the power switch and the reset switch on this. No power plus or minus, but you know, it'd be nice to just get that unified front panel. It does make building a whole lot easier. I will say I talked to you know, kids and a lot of other people, and it's probably one of the things that they see that and they're like, I'm gonna panic, right? But yeah. Okay, guys, so that's it. Let's go and pop this down, start putting stuff inside of it. Construction-wise, it's you know, it's nice. It feels, you know, it feels a little flimsy. It's not bending, you know, like when I lifted it, it was really light, so it felt a little bit flimsy, but yeah, you know, it seems fine. So nothing there. Yeah, Antec, I like Antec. They're C7, they're C8. I've actually played with a lot of their cases. They've made me happy. They like, I have no issue with the Antec cases. The one thing, okay, so looking inside of the little plastic baggie here, they do give you zip ties. They're not as generous as some of the other people, so you end up with like 6 zip ties. I don't know who can only use 6 zip ties to do their build, but then again, I know I'm a special breed of human being. And then all of your screws are in a single bag. They did give you more big fan screws if you want to add a second upside down fan. And then all of your screws are not separated. They're all in a single plastic baggie. So, do you like the height case? I do. I do like the height case. I think the worst height case was the height Y40. The Y60 was like, unfortunately, the Y60 kind of came out before they knew that GPUs were going to be thick boys. I think the Y70 though, the Y70 is a really, really good case, right? And honestly, I mean, you can tell that it was built by people who build PCs all the time. So, okay, let's go to top down here so you guys can see what I'm doing here. There we go. Okay, so nice thing about the BTF, I actually do enjoy this about BTF specific builds. Is not everybody's a fan, but you can see here that you've actually got, it looks like it's only on the right side, looks like on the top as well. The bottom doesn't have it, but the cool thing about having these little spaces is it's a little bit cooler to just run your cables through this versus having them come here. They're less visible there. You can see that if you don't have an EATX motherboard, you are dwarfed by this case. Like the fact that they moved it so far back, like this area, this front area is gonna feel kind of empty. So I think that's the one thing is that you may actually, your normal type build might make this case feel a little bit empty just given the additional size. So, yeah. I don't know, how much do people care about the aesthetics of how it looks on the inside? Or do they care more about the aesthetics of how it looks on the outside? That's a good question. Guys, we're at 105 of 250. Let's keep those likes going, guys. Keep hitting that thumb up button. Okay, here we go. I think these are the right ones. It's always a 50-50 chance. Be right back buying an MSI Godlike. This would be a good case for the MSI Godlike, or that beautiful, massive, you know, any EATX. Okay, I did choose the right screws. That's nice. Good job, Robey. You did something right today. I was just curious. I mean, like, once you got it built, like, how much do you look on the inside, or is it like about how holistically all of the parts fit together, you know? Just curious. Okay, Jack Dragon. That's what, you know, I know there's gonna be people like you, Jack. I mean, this might be a really good case for, like, if you're an EATX lover. And I'll be honest, man, there aren't a lot of cases really that embrace EATX. Like, EATX is like a bonus, but this feels like EATX is kind of front and center here. Putting ITX in this would make this feel look super funny. Okay, come on. You're gonna fight me here. Okay, I'm gonna move you to the other one here. Every once in a while I get this like weird thing with certain screws where they don't want to go in right. Okay, that one worked. Okay, cool, we're good, guys. All of our screws are in now. Nice. Oops. Nice. Okay, let's get this in here. You guys know me, I take a lot of time putting builds together regardless. So I mean, like, we're gonna make it look good regardless, but you know, I was just curious. So they give you a wood sample so you can match your, so maybe you can go find out, like maybe you're like, oh, I'd like to match my cupboard to my wood. I don't know why else you would give you a wood sample, but they do, they give you a wood sample. Oh, you're right, I didn't put in the bottom right one, thank you. Thought I had them all. Dang it. We added over 2 hours to the build because Robey forgot to put in the bottom right screw. It's in now. Some people that matters, right? Okay, I get it, Tedger. Awesome, thanks for sharing your thoughts. Thanks for sharing your thoughts. Guys, I gotta say, man, the Fractal Era 2, beautiful case. Like some cases, like just every once in a while you're like, man, this case is stunning. Okay, so we got that now. There we go. Build's done. Let's turn it on. Does not work, guys. I don't understand. I hooked everything up right, but it doesn't power on. Any thoughts, guys, on why? What did I do wrong? I don't know. Google it. It's just dark. Doesn't seem to work. You know what I mean? Lame. No Wi-Fi power. Power supply. Oh, I forgot to add the power supply. Okay, I should probably add that. That's a good call. Thank you for helping. You guys are the bestesses in the westesses. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, we got our, man, this thing's got a crap ton of RGB, like RGB headers. Okay, so let's pull this one through. We got an RGB header here. We got our fan header for our hub here. We'll hook everything into the fan hub, which will be nice. HD audio. It's gonna come out over here. There's your HD audio cable. Nice. I have to say, Antec, mad props that they actually like pre-ran all the cables. It's not like in our 200p max level, but still pretty impressive. There's your front panel connector right there. Okay. Next up, guys, USB 3.2 right there. And then we'll grab our USB-C. Oh, it goes below, actually. Whoa. It's a little different there for us. There we go. There's all our connections. All our connections. There we go. Okay, let's put this down and hook these bad boys up. Ergaba. Is NZXT Kraken Elite 360 RGB good, or do you have to wait a better suggestion in AIO than? So, first thing I'll say is Godslayer XT. The Kraken they have a new one coming out. So don't get one until November, right? Because they're into life on their current one. So I think the new one they said announcing is coming in November, per their announced time. So there are other AIOs that do perform better, for sure. And if you look at, like, honestly, the best performing one right now is the Ryujin 3 from ASUS. It's pricey, but it is the most performant. Second one to that, if you want a screen in it, a similar screen. The Fantex XT, their XT is a fantastic cooler. If you want something less expensive but still performant, the Antec Liquid Freezer 3. The one that we're gonna do, is a very performant one for not a lot of money. Unfortunately, kind of the king of like performance and cost was Deepcool, but you can't buy those in the US anymore. Corsair is good, but the thing is that once you go Corsair, you kind of have to go Corsair for kind of everything. So that's just kind of the same thing was true with ASUS as well. So I do like the Liquid Freezer 3. It's kind of a pain in the butt to install, but I can't argue with the cost. And then, yeah, Fantex. That would be the other one. I haven't used a lot of Alpha Cool ones. Yeah. What's up? How you doing, DJ? Godslayer, I don't know off the top of my hand. I wish I was a cornucopia of costs, but unfortunately that's something I just don't have off the top of my head. Okay, guys, so one of the things, this is what I was telling you about with doing it here versus here. You just end up with much tighter bends and less cables. So we're gonna hook up our USB 3.2. There we go. And then you end up with like this nice tight bend here. Same with our USB-C next. Hook this in right here, and then we can end up, it'll just feel like there's less cable visible. And then we'll do some cable management to make sure it looks that way. So I hooked up my USB-C and all that sort of stuff here. Unfortunately, because of this fan being right here, this is definitely gonna cause some issues with this power switch and this reset switch. So, kind of a pain there. I think check to see if that is correct. Real quick. Nope, it's not. It's one over. That looks good. Okay. Couldn't really see that thing. Okay, just making sure that that looks good. Do. Bum. Okay, so that all looks right. Okay, so that, I was just making sure. Okay, let's do our HD audio. Oh, okay, these are a little bit twisted here, so I might actually pull this under like this and put it over. There we go. I just don't want these mixed up here. Okay, so next up, what we're gonna do here real quick is we're gonna take this. There's 3 RGB. Oh no, there's only 2 2-pin RGB down here. We're gonna take our RGB, put it right here. You'd think with only 3 pins, this would be very easy, but I'll tell you, man, these things are some of the hardest to plug in, dude. Get in your home. I hate it because I have to block you guys with my giant noggin, but you should be straight on. Why are you being such a... Okay, and then we have a fan header. Okay, so it looks like fan header. We actually want to go over here. Ooh, this is gonna barely work. That was a tight connection. Got it. Okay, cool. And then the last thing, guys, HD audio. We go right over here. Okay, so what we've got. Hold on. What we've got is we've got HD audio, then this is the RGB from the RGB hub. There's only one of these poking out from the back. We've got a fan header. I'm sorry you can't see it behind the fan. We have our front panel connector. They're plugged in. Check your motherboard connection if you want to see this. Then you have your USB-C and USB 3.2. So that's all your cables right there. So that should be everything. Okay, so we got that now. So now what we're gonna do is we're going to flip this over and just get these cables just tightened up, which is always the fun part because this is where I get to start making it look good. Oh, that was weird, okay. So luckily this stuff goes like way over here, which is odd, but it should actually pull nicely, which I think will look good. Okay, that's gonna be fun here. This is fun. This is fun for me. I'm gonna go ahead and use one of these right here, just to pull this cable. This cable's taut. That is the word of the day, guys, taut. Not taut, like taut, taut, as in like tight. Okay, do one more right here, just to keep this clean. Luckily, the other one will go probably along the side here, and we'll just run it underneath, which will be cool. There we go. I like the, I do have to say, I like the way that they did the, okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do this and pull this taut, and then zoom that right there. There we go. There we go. There we go. I like it when a plan comes together. Get this all tied up in here. Come on, get tied up in there, yo. There we go. Cable time. Well, it's not the big cable time. It's funny because AIO usually ends up being like the majority of the cable management, but this is like the beginning. I really wish that, like, sometimes I get kind of bummed because I wish that when we did this, this was like all the cables you had to manage, but there's always more. There's always more cables that need to be managed. It's never just done. Okay, here, we're gonna do this. This will clean this up. Ooh. See what I mean? Like now I'm already, whoa, I just lost one. I've used 3 of the 6 zip ties already and I haven't even gotten to the hard part yet. Oh, I almost missed that one. Oh, almost lost a zip tie. It's got to get away on a unknown excursion there. We got one right there, which is kind of cool. Tie down right here. Cool. Tying it all down. I gotta lift this up a little bit so you guys can see a little bit more. Because I don't want you guys hating me. You're like, Robey, I can't see what you're doing. I'm just making cables look good, guys. That's all I'm doing. There we go. Okay, it looks like that's gonna work really well right there. Oh man, what happened to my other cable? Did I really run out of them already? Oh, okay, looks like I got one more right here. I've used all the cable ties that came with the case, and I'm out already. Now, luckily I have more cable ties, but I thought they'd last a little bit longer. Okay. Okay, so we got all those kind of tightened up here. So we want tight cable ties. Tight cables. Tight cables like tight abs, guys. Am I right? You want tight cables like you want tight abs. You're like, those are not related at all, sir. Not at all. Not at all, sir. Not even remotely the same thing, Mr. Robey. Nobody says tight cables, tight abs. Except for you. Oh, yeah. Does anybody else say that? Anybody else say tight cables, tight abs? Yeah? Anyway? Few seconds left on the zip tie prediction, guys. Hey, Riddick, what's up, man? Thanks for staying in and saying hi. Still working. Working for a living. Whoa, Riddick dropping 20 gifted subs, dude. What's up, my man? Thank you very much. Okay, I think we're getting closer. I think we got I think we're starting to create the surgery that needs to happen to make this case look good, you know? Yeah. Thank you very much, Riddick. Appreciate you, my sir, my fine gentleman. Okay, things are looking good here. Okay, guys. Okay, I think we got the first round of cables squared here. There we go. Oh, we almost missed one zip tie just sitting out here. Okay, that looks pretty good. Nice clean in the back here. I like it. Pretty straightforward. Oh man, okay, you guys ready? Now it's cable managed. Guys, it still doesn't work. I hooked all the cables up, right? Like all the cables are hooked up, right? They look good. Why does this not turn on? I don't. Guys, I don't even know what to do. Oh, PSU. I don't have a. Okay, so I gotta add a PSU. Need a power supply, okay. Is there anything else I need? Okay, let's see what other parts I have over here and let me see if any of this other stuff helps. I'm gonna go with this thing. This thing looks important, guys. I feel like this thing looks important right here. I'm gonna try this first, okay? See if this thing adds anything to it. Solar panels. Let's see if, I don't know if solar panels are gonna fit on this. This will be really hard to cable manage. So we're gonna try this thing here. Okay, here we go. Luckily, this thing is mostly put together, which is actually pretty rad. Just comes like put together and stuff. I like it when things come put together. It makes my life easier. Okay. There's some lights on this thing, so it's obviously gonna run way faster. Need to add a 5-speed manual transmission. That seems like a lot to add in here. Okay, we got RGB panel, bunch of connections here. Do we have any screws for a said? Chassis screws. Okay, these must be it. Okay, cool. We got some screws in here, guys. Okay. So here's all of our, whoa. Okay, these do daisy chain, that's good. This is also daisy chain. So if we do one, and it comes out, we have 3 fans. We want all our fans to be in one place here, okay? Feel like that's a thing. We definitely want all the fans to be in a single thing. So let's go and do this. Let's go ahead and daisy chain these together. So top down here. Because this we'll just hook it into the single RGB header at the top. Which is nice. Oh, okay. There we go. Okay, so all of our fans are RGB'd together now. Now this, we need like a, there we go. Hey, look, I found it, guys. This right here is what I was looking for. This is the secret sauce that you need. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is I really want this to be all zip tied together, and then it's gotta come out. It's gotta come out like right in the back here. So if I do this, I feel like I'm doing good right there. That looks good. That looks good right there, guys. I'm visually making this better. Move camera down, what do you mean? Oh man, I should do a Porsche theme build. That'd be rad. Maybe when I get my next Porsche, guys. This plugs into the 24 pin, yes, no. What if I lost all my superpowers? Like I lost my PC building superpowers, and the only way to get them back was to try and remember how to build a PC. And you guys are watching that episode right now where if I don't do this, I don't get my PC building superpowers back. And if I don't build PCs, the world is gonna end. What if that was like the episode of TV you're watching right now? Would you wanna watch another episode of this episode of TV? You have to watch my own, yeah, that's right. And then that's the thing is I have to watch my own YouTube videos of which I have no memory. I have to watch my own YouTube videos to learn. And if I was good at doing my job of teaching the masses how to build PCs, then it should be easy. But was I really good? And that's the question everybody now wants to know is, was Robey actually any good at teaching people how to build PCs, or was he a farce? The answer is Robey was a farce. Or he farted, one of those two. It's farce or farted, one of the two. They're very similar, right? Don't those words mean nearly the same thing, farce and fart? Corn dog fart. People are like, what is even happening right now? Has Robey gone mental? You don't know. You can't handle the truth. Okay. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We got all of our stuff plugged in. So this, as soon as I put it in, should just run. Oh, now this I'm going to run to the static. Nope, side. That's the one I want. So this is going to run up to the AIO. The hub is right here. Okay, so this is going to go through and out. Luckily, there's these amazing BTF holes, which are perfect for running things that normally you can't run. But because of BTF, I can run these in these great little additional holes here. Looks like I have more places to run cables. Okay, come on. There we go, okay. I did it. What's up, Zeiston? How are you, my friend? It's been a long time. It's been a while since me and Zeiston have shared some barbecue. It's been a while since he's made me ribs. Okay, getting this in here. It's got to do it on the other side now. 12 months. He's been subscribed for 51 months. Well, now we're being DMCA'd. I think that they would welcome my quality singing. So I think I'm just enhancing the music. I don't think they'd DMCA me. I think they'd be like, man, we were blessed with the Robeytech voice. The voice of a goddess. Or a god. Let's go with goddess. The voice of a goddess. We are so lucky to have been blessed for him to sing that beautiful song about Zeiston. I understand that, Zeiston. I do. It's been a while since Zeiston's gotten some really, really good sleep. It's been a while, but he'll get nighttime soon. Nighttime soon. That is true. I did butcher the happy birthday song, so I feel like I've redeemed myself now. Okay, so let's go to the back here. What we're gonna do is see one of the cool things about this build, about the BTF, that's what I was kind of saying here, is that you get these nice little additional holes here to run cables. And look at this, it runs right to where the RGB needs to plug in, which is perfect. Which is great. Actually, I'll run it one over because that's probably where I'm gonna have to run the other header. There we go. And then this can run right like that and be hidden. I think it doesn't want to do that though. I don't think I have another pole to run this through though. Oh, maybe I can do it here. Oh man, this cable is like stiff. Lord. Why did you make this so stiff? Okay. Okay. It's all okay, so it's all up there now. Man, that cable was stiff. And we got this all right here. Look at that, nice. Cables are in, they look good. You can't see it, this is good. Okay, next part, guys, we can go ahead and finish screwing in the top here. I just cannot go forward anymore. Feels like I should be able to. Oh, that's all the way up against the edge of the radiator, sorry. Okay. Okay, let's get our WoW stick back for its debut. Okay, back for its debut. Wow stick time. Nice. We've missed the wow stick, haven't we? There we go. We're getting it done. Yeah, you haven't been able to see wow stick action in a while. Got 4 more screws, guys, and then we're gonna mount this bad boy to said Mobo, then try and turn it on. See if that is the last piece we needed. I'm glad you guys are saying hi to the wow stick. Okay, next up, another wow stick. Okay, there we go. Wow stick is in. I think we need any of this stuff. I still gotta hook up I still got a couple more things to hook up, but I think this I don't need anymore. I think I'm good here. Accessories. Propane and propane accessories, okay. Go to top down. Feels like it's gonna go this way. Okay, so let's grab our Intel bracket. That AIO is rad. Okay. I feel like they need a smaller screwdriver, boys and girls. There we go. So we got a smaller one right here. Okay. Put that in there. Perfecto. It's pretty easy in terms of that, which is nice. Okay, a nice little smaller screwdriver here. Going in the... Nice, okay. Next up, next small screw is right there. Okay guys, so far we're winning. We are winning against this monster. It's called an AIO. That goes like that. Okay. Yeah, I need Excalibur. That would be pretty funny, actually. I mean, these screws, that would be hard to do with Excalibur. Okay, next one. There we go. Okay. I feel like this would work the best. Hide this, try and hide it this way, as long as this doesn't. There we go. That's what I was trying not to do. I really need to make sure that this does not get on the... Crap, come on. There we go. There we go. Okay. Oh, shoot. Well, I wasn't ready for that. Okay, apparently I need the little nuts out of this thing. There they are. The little nuts. Oh, these are very small nuts. Very tiny nuts here, guys. Okay. There we go. One more. All right, here we go. Okay. Okay, those are all the way down. That's got a short, it's in, okay. Surprised how quickly that gets so tight. Okay. So this So let's go ahead and run these now. Oh, looks good, actually. That's weird that it's like twisted like that, though. How does that work? Oh, weird. Okay. Get our fan header in here. There you go. There we go, right there. And then gosh darn it, come on. There we go. Okay, just making sure that this is appropriately in. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna zip tie that tightly, and then we'll run the last little bit of cable here. And then our AIO will be completely hooked up. Pretty straightforward. I mean, one of the things I actually do like about daisy-chained AIOs like this is that because of the daisy chaining, we can actually hide most of the cables I'll tell you, man, sometimes these RGB cables, man. Okay. I think we're in. Okay, we're good. Do we have a... Okay. So now we have that installed. That looks good. Okay, let's get all this stuff put away. We're getting there. There we go. Intel socket goes right here. There we go. Accessories goes right there. That goes right there. Okay, now we can put this away, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so, no, what a little screw things fell. Okay, so let's go back to top down. Take a look in there, see if there's anything else we need to do from a cable management standpoint. I don't know if there's a whole lot I can do about this little section up top here. It's pretty clean. Could like zip tie that together, I guess, and just, I don't know if it's necessary. Okay. Let's see here. We can, I think I could pull this if I needed to. I'll refresh real quick. That looks fine. I don't think I need to do anything more here. I think this actually looks okay, right? It actually looks pretty clean. So, and then flipping this over. That's not even hitting. I'm really surprised how this thing is like, this is twisted, which is weird. I don't know why that was like that, but I'll fix it now. Okay, looks good now. Okay, that looks nice and clean, guys. Okay. Okay, well, I got that in now. I pressed the power, it still doesn't work. So, there must be more I gotta put in this because this is not, it's still not turning on. I even got like that, look, I even got the CPU covered now. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you can't even see the CPU. Like, all of this stuff is hooked up. The CPU's covered. So, I mean, it's looking pretty good. Okay, I think there's some more components I gotta put into it, though, because so far it's still not powering on. So, yeah. Okay, let me see. There's a slot right here that looks like something goes there, you know? Just assuming something goes right here, so I think I'm gonna put that in next. I think that's this. I think that's this, right? I think this is the next thing I need. So I'm gonna put this in now. The RTX 4070 Super. Let's open this bad boy here. There's a graphics card install guide in here, guys. Man, look at how thin this is, guys. Ooh, look at that. I think I gotta add gas. I think you guys are right. I think I need to put some gas in it. Okay, so let's put this in here. Like that. Oops. Okay. Take all these things, these plastic things out here. Take that little bad boy out. There we go. We're close, guys. I gotta add gas. Black Dragon, Big and Tattooed, Zeiston, and Bartleby 1984. Thank you very much for the subs, guys. You guys are rocking it. Appreciate your support. How are we doing likes on YouTube? We gotta be getting close, right? Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's go ahead and take this out right here. Guys, 153, a little bit lower than normal in terms of viewership, but let's be honest, that's my own fault. I haven't been Mr. Consistent, and all of my people have left me for greener pastures, and I don't blame them. Okay. Oh, except for you guys. You guys are the diehards. I want this to stay in here, but it's not gonna work. I might just put this inside of the Antec box here. I'm gonna put this inside the Antec box so I don't lose it. We are chat. We are Borg. Okay. Okay, so we got that now. Let's go ahead and throw this in here. Whoa. This is a thin card. This is not gonna take up a lot of room. Look at that. That was a tiny boy. Oh, I'm sure this should run Final Fantasy 16 just fine. 1440p, heck yeah. There we go. Okay. That is a skinny mini bike, guys. Skinny mini. Skinny mini. It's a GPU on a diet. This is like on Atkins. This is an on Atkins thing. Okay. Let us grab these things. I think these things are important, guys. I think these things are the next most important thing on here. The cables. Ooh, wait a minute. You always need cables, you know? Cables are what make the world go round. You don't have good cables, and what's even the point of being alive? Okay, fortunately, I'm gonna have to put these cable combs on. Somebody took them off. Usually we pre-install these, but today they are not installed. Guys, go hit those likes because we want the likes because the likes give us The likes give us unlock a $25 new gift card. Okay, getting all this connected. They are pretty cables, right? I think this is gonna look good. This is the last thing I need, guys, is cables. Nothing else. This should be it. When I look at pictures of PCs, when I look at pictures of PCs, guys, there's nothing else in there. Yeah, I think it's powered by love. It's powered by love, guys. All right, here we go. Pull that in here. Ooh. Side view. Oh man, this is, if I do this, will it work? I'm curious, will that look bad? Yeah, I don't want that, okay. Interesting, so I'm gonna actually end up running this like this, okay. Okay, a little bit of change here. So the way that they have the cables, I'm actually gonna end up running it because I want a tight loop. So I'm actually gonna run it down the center here instead of running it way over here. But that's just because I don't want it to not look right. So it's good. They gave us tie downs here, so it's not a big deal, but because you want that tight loop like that, you know what I mean? Like you want that tight loop, and if you went it the other way, it would actually end up being like stretched. So I think this is definitely the right call here. Luckily, there's plenty of space back here for it, so I'm all about it. And they gave you tie down, so it works. Still will look clean, so that's good. The other cable is hidden because of that, so yeah, I'm in. I'm all about it. It works. Okay. Okay, so there's our 24 pin. That's always in the pictures, right? That's always in the pictures. The only other thing that's always in the pictures is the cables in the top, right? These the CPU EPS cables. So we're gonna throw that in here. I'm glad you guys like the wooden stuff. People seem to be enjoying the way the build's coming out. Okay. Okay, got that in. Ooh, that looks good. That looks good there. Oh, it's good in there. Make sure that looks solid. All right. That looks good. Nice, good, solid looking color in there now. All right, there we go. Now what I need to do, I got this out of the way. We got one more cable. One more cable, guys, and then it should turn on. Oh, somebody requested a dad joke? There it is, a stretch and a dad joke.
Now, another Robeytech dad joke phone out.
That's a stretch right there. Ugh. All right, here we go. I once wrote a song about a tortilla. But it's more of a rap. What's up? I once wrote a song about a tortilla, but it's actually more of a rap. Bam. Guys, that joke was not Ohio, okay? That was bomb diggity. Now you need a Robey rap. And you lost me. Poor Ohio. Okay, so we have one more cable to add, guys. One more cable to add. And it's right... I had it. Oh, there it is. It's right there. Don't quit your day job. Dang. All right. Okay, starting to bend this. Ooh, I'm wondering how this cable is going to look, though. go. Okay. Okay. How's it look? A little bit of round there. Not gonna hit that. Here we go. Okay, guys, all of the cables are hooked up. All the cables are hooked up. Oops, that's not what I want. What side? All the cables are hooked up. What do you guys think? Looks good, right? Looks good. You guys ready? 3, 2, 1. Guys, it's not turning on. Dang it. It still needs something. There's something missing in this build. I've put all of the cables. Look, I've got, if you look at this versus any other PC, everything that you see here is in there. God, I need something else. Okay, well, there's this thing. Guess we'll put this thing in. Anybody know what this thing is? Guess I gotta put this thing in right here. It's called a A850G. And it's PCI 5 and it says 850 watt, oh guys, power supply. So this probably is pretty important. Okay, let's just go through real quick what parts we've put inside of this build, just so you guys know. So we have put in a Intel Core i5-14600K, the Gigabyte Z790 Aorus Elite XAX, the PNY NVIDIA RTX 4070 Super Verdo, Kingston Fury Renegade 2TB Gen 4 NVMe drive. We have the G.Skill Triton Z5 RGB 32 gigs of 6000 mega transfer RAM, the Antec Flux wood case, the Cooler Master Master Liquid 360 Atmos AIO, and then the MSI MPG A850G Gen PCI 5 power supply. And that is the last thing that we have to put in today, right? 850 hamsters. I don't think they should say 550 watts. It should be 850 hamsters inside the spot. And I just hydrated. Proof of it. Okay. Let's get this done. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, did you feel the power as it fell down? It like hit the ground so hard because that's how powerful it was. So powerful. You felt it? I feel it in my fingers. I feel it in my toes. Feel it in my toes. Christmas is around me and everywhere it goes. Okay, there we go, guys. There's our PSU. It's ready to be plugged in. What cables do we need? Here's the question. What cables, guys? We need all the cables. Okay, so we do need one SATA. We have one SATA connection. Nobody's SATA about that. I PSU all this. Okay, so we got that. I need, not that. Ooh, I could have used that one. That one's actually a little shorter, but why make my life easier? Okay, here we go. We got our 24 pin. That's done. Now all I need is the CPU. Did it give me one? That is not one. That is not one. Is that one? There it is. I found a CPU, guys. I found a CPU cable. And I found the power supply things. Okay, so we are winning. We have won the day. Nobody will rue the day that they... You know what? I'm actually going to use this cable because this has only got 2. That feels like a smarter move, Robey. Joshua, I got you. I got you. Boo, I got you. Okay, let's get rid of this. Because I don't need that much cable. I just need a little bit. Okay. And then now we need this. Okay, so now we have all the cables, guys, because we are international. I'm like the pit bull of PC building, guys, just so you know. Mr. Worldwide PC building right here. Just saying. Would you guys, I mean, like, maybe I should shave my head because I think then more people would take me seriously as my PC building pit bull persona. Like Alex. No, too shiny? It would be too distracting, people are saying, if I had a bald head. It'd be like the bald eagle of bald heads. Okay, let's go to top down here. Let's get our... That is actually nice temperature. Wear the Robey hat. Okay, let's get this out of the way so it's not causing so much visual issues. Okay, let's put this away. We don't need this anymore. What's going on here? Is this supposed to go like this? Oh. Put that back. There we go. All right. Let us move this over. Ugh. It's not heavy. When I put the PSU in, it'll be heavy, but right now it's not heavy. Okay. Now it's focused. Okay, so first thing we need, CPU. Done. Next one, SATA. Done. Next one, 24 pin. 24 pin. It goes right here. Okay, there we go. That's all the cables we need minus the extension for the larger one. Goes static here. Ugh. Ugh. There we go. Side cable now. Side camera. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take our 24 pin, plug that in right here. Okay. All our cables are plugged in, ladies and gentlemen. Next evolution is about to begin. Look at how the cable, look at how it just slides in there. Like it's no problem. It's like a cable managed it good. Okay, there we go. 4 screws need to go in. And the wow stick is about to make some quick work of these 4 screws. You being smart with me there, Igor? Blue cables look sharp. No, they're not. They're not too sharp. They're pretty round. So you're not gonna cut yourself if that's what you're worried about. So. It's perfectly safe. Like if you were planning on using these cables as a weapon to defend yourself from the forces of evil, they're not sharp enough. They do look good though. That's the truth, you know. Can you skydive with it? I mean, it is blue and the sky is blue. Yeah, the Flux is actually is a pretty decent size. You are not wrong. Okay, guys, let's go to top down. I think, guys, this might be the end. We might actually be done here pretty soon with our connections here. Making the final connections. It's the final countdown. It's the final countdown. Okay, now we just need to plug this in. And there we go. That's all the cables, guys. The cables are all done. Okay, I think I'm actually going to be able to just do this. That's going to look good. Okay. Switching keys in one song. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure about anything anymore, guys. To Town Scott, thank you for the tier 1 sub. It's the final zip tie. Okay. There we go, guys. All of the cables are plugged in. I have finished the build. It is finished. Okay, now. There we go. What do you guys think? It looks pretty good in the back too, right? Good clean cable management all the way. We got a single collection of cables down there on the bottom. I think that actually looks pretty clean. So there you go. There's the whole build. Oh, I got to put this back. Yeah. Pretty clean. Oh. Then from this side, there we go. There's the finished build on the other side. And even with the cable in the back, right? You like don't even see like even the PSU. Look at that. Nice blue pops. I did. I shrank the motherboard. All right, let's get the. Let's start putting this thing back together. First step in the build process. There we go. That's in. Next thing, put in. We put back on our thing because I mean I wanted the room to just be able to get to it. That rear fan can pull in a lot of air. There we go. There we go. Next part, the wood. Maybe it's this way. It feels like it should go. Oh, maybe it goes up like this. Oh, there we go. Okay. Figured it out. Solved. Okay. Back now. First, top. There's that. And now the back. That's when you know you did a good job with cable management, when it just pops on. And then, there you go, guys. There's the full build, the full meal deal. How's it look? There it is. There you go, all clean, done. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Oh, dang it, guys. I plugged in all of the cables. And the switch doesn't do anything, but it still doesn't turn on. It's broken. It's broken for all eternity. I'm missing one cable. Okay, well, let's do our sponsor real quick, and then we'll plug in that one cable. Before we do that, let's look at our zip tie count. That's what you guys care about. That's why everybody came. I did not plug into a power cable and need a temperance. That is what I'm missing. PC guy says FedEx it to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zip ties. Then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more zip ties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more zip ties. 1, 2, 3, 4, making it 5, 10, 15, 19. Guys, it is odd today. It is odd today. Sorry, guys. If you chose even, you were wrong. $19 zip ties today. 19. Okay. Now it is time. We're going to do our sponsor real quick. Then we'll get this bad boy turned on. I'm glad you like it, guys. I'm glad. All right, let's get our, there it is. Oh. All right. Okay, let us see what we got. Oh, you know what, guys? I just realized none of my PC's in the background. Oh, is this even on? Oh, there we go. Nobody said anything. Okay. Oh, that's awesome, Northwind. Hydrate request. Okay, let's do it real quick. And then we're gonna turn it on and see how this builds. I was saving energy, that's right. I was saving the planet, guys. Ugh. Okay. Let's pull this up. Power is free. It comes from nuclear winter. That's my opinion. Okay, here we go. Let's get the record there. Okay, here we go. Let's go to sign in. So you get finished building a PC. You're like, Robey, I need to put Windows on it. But if I look at like Newegg or Best Buy, Windows is expensive. And you're like, you're right. But at VIP-CDK deals, you know, you got a copy of Windows for, instead of $200, you can get it for like $23.98. But that's not all. If you hit buy now, and then you hit buy now again, and you use code RBCK at checkout and hit apply, what was $23.65 drops all the way down to $16.55, which is a significant savings. And again, yes, they're one-time use. Yes, they're OEM keys. Yes, if you change anything but the motherboard, you'll be fine. But if you change the motherboard, you may need to buy a new key. But you would literally have to buy 10 keys to make the cost of just one copy if you're going to buy it at Best Buy or Newegg. The other thing too is you can also pick up there if you want to. If you don't want to pay for Office 365, they do have one-time use codes. They are older versions of Office. You can get 2021 for $120, 2019 for $67, and 2016 for $39. Same principle applies. Hit buy now. Use code RBCK at checkout. Hit apply. And what was $67.18 drops all the way down to $47.08. So if you want to not pay for the auto renew Office 365, you just want to own your Office all up, and you're okay with having some dated stuff. They still do some security updates and stuff like that. Great way to save some money and get it right there. So VIP-CDK deals, amazing place to save money, and use code RBCK at checkout to save additional dollars on your purchase, guys. Okay, so last thing I want to tell you guys about is Robeytech.com. Robeytech.com is a great place to find things, all things builds, especially if you have a specific case you want to do or a new case, you just want to get ideas for builds. Now the cool thing is you can search. So for instance, if we search for Flux, hit search right there. You can see Antec Flux build right there, $1,800. You click on it, it'll go there, and you can see here's an idea of a good build to put inside of it, as well as the step-by-step guide that you see right there. The other thing too is not everybody can do things like support with subs, which many of you guys do, and I'm super grateful for that. But you guys, if you're just doing your regular shopping at Amazon, Target, any place like that, you can come to Robeytech.com, bookmark it, click on Amazon. Now, when you shop for Prime Day deals or whatever it was, it doesn't cost you anymore, but we get a nice little kickback, and it's a great way to support us. So just before you go shopping, click on the link and help us out. because that's how we make content and make more videos and do giveaways and all that sort of stuff too. So thank you. That's a great way to support Walmart, and you can see there's a number of places. Last thing, guys, is let's see what I talked about builds. Last thing, let's just talk about deals. Let's see what he's got here. Okay, so RM750X, 750 watt shift PSU. This is 80 plus modular, plus it has the side connections, which are actually really cool. Right now it's on sale $85.99 over at Newegg. 4 terabyte Samsung 990 Pro, on sale right now $289.99. Now I know a lot of people really like Samsung, and so it's good to see Samsung finally going on sale. It's been one of those things that they usually don't go on sale and then you're just paying for the price. Corsair IQ AR120 RGB fans. You can get them right now, triple fan kit, on sale $29.99 if you're wanting to do some Corsair fans. Asus VivoBook 14-inch. This is a Core i3, 8 gigs of memory, 128 gig SSD. $219 if you're looking for a great like productivity work laptop that's a thin and light. This is a good option for you. KingSpec XG7000 4 terabyte Gen 4 NVMe drive, on sale right now $199. Look at this, guys. You can get 4 terabyte Samsung 990 for $289.99, or for literally $90 less, get an XG700. The difference is, in terms of speed, is like 1,000, and for gaming, you're not gonna notice a difference. So again, really, really good deal here on this one. And then a Victus 15.6 inch gaming laptop, which is a Ryzen 5 7535 and a Radeon RX 6550M, on sale $449.99 over at Best Buy. So if you're looking for a good gaming laptop. Deals I like, honestly, the one that I like the most is here in these laptops. I think these top ones are more niche. Like if you want something more creator, this is a great thing as a creator one, but if you're looking for like productivity, just nice inexpensive gaming laptop, or 4 terabytes of a gaming storage, that is really, really good right there. So there you go. Everybody say thank you, Tom. Say thank you, Tom. Say it. Say thank you, Tom. Did you guys say thank you, Tom? Say thank you, Tom. How we doing likes on YouTube, guys? And it was Tom's birthday not too long ago, and it was Blondie's birthday, both of which we celebrated by singing on the stream a little bit earlier. So yeah. On the game stream, so yeah. Okay, here we go, guys. Ugh. Time to see if this thing actually works now. So we're gonna plug in this. This is the HDMI cable. Okay. Okay, guys, I found these other cables down here that seem kind of important. So I'm gonna use these other cables, and hopefully when I hook all this stuff up, this thing actually turns on. We got power supply. So that's power, that looks important. We got our LAN connection, our internet connection. And then I got these things in here. By the way, I finally started using like keyboards and mice that I actually use. So this is the ROG Falchion wireless keyboard. And then I also have the, these are the keyboards and mice. I use the Falchion, and I use the dang it. Man, my mind is on fire today. The other smaller one from Asus. And I can't think of Azoth. Yeah, the Azoth. So those are go. Okay, so I'm plugged in all of my connections now. The Azoth. Yep. My brain is soup, guys. So I'm gonna turn these on. Hopefully. Ooh, is this okay? That's not dead. This is on. Okay, good. Okay, so our keyboard and mice are on. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. I saw stuff. I saw a very brief flash of light. Oh, it's on. It's all working. The lights are on, but nobody's home. It's alive, guys. There you go, nice little side view here. Actually, looks really good. There we go. Look at that RGB beast right there. And then, oh, by the way, already in and good there. We already have it captured, and we are posted already. And there it is, guys. So we're already posted. So you guys were worried It's already there. Wow. It's a miracle, a Christmas miracle. Okay. Okay, let's get this set up so we can just test some thermals here. I'm guessing, guys, we're gonna have to, with this build was actually supposed to be so long ago. Duplicate these displays, keep changes. This build was supposed to be so long ago that there's probably quite a few updates, so hopefully, oh, it's already 2560, oh, cool. There we go. We'll have to see what needs to be updated here. Let's open up Steam. And then also, huge shout out to the team over at Asus. They also sent me their Ricari Pro wireless, their controller. So yeah. So for our gaming stuff. Now this I haven't used as much, but I've liked it because it's got like that RGB, the OLED panel and all that stuff on it. So I'm actually a pretty big fan of that. Okay, cool. So we got our controller now. Okay, let's see what we got to download. A little worried here. Okay, we got only two things. Hopefully it's not a lot. Okay, while we're doing that though, I know we probably need a, yep. Yeah, I'm not surprised we need a driver. Okay, let's go ahead and download MSI Afterburner while we're at it. Get that installed. Luckily, we have good internets. Good on the interwebs, guys. Oh, wait. Oh, I was like, wait, what's going on here? Extract all. There we go. Let's get MSI. We're in for a run anyway. Wow, that's weird. Don't install that. I've never seen that before. I'm in the right place. I'm just making sure I'm not installing something I'm not supposed to install. Okay, getting Afterburner gun. This isn't too bad. Okay, that was only 1 gig for that one. Okay, guys, so you guys are, oh, you know what I forgot? Oh, no, it went, guys, look at that. It magically went all blue. It's like everything knew what was happening. It magically went all blue. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, so the game ready driver is there. I don't know if this might not work. Let's see. On screen display. Okay, monitoring here. Go to capture. Okay, so just make sure, okay, GPU 1, so GPU temperature, on screen override group name, PNY, PX 4070 Super. There we go. GPU usage, we want to throw that in there because you guys like to see that. GPU vid usage. No, you care about memory usage. You care about core clock. You care about power. Fan speed, voltage, temp limit, all that other stuff you don't care about. Do I have temp in here, right? Yeah, okay, good. Okay, CPU temperature you care about. There we go. CPU usage. There we go. CPU clock. CPU power. Frame rate we care about. Frame time we care about. Frame time, we want text and graph, overwrite group name, game. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now we should have all that stuff more. Don't see our thing, so we're gonna, yep, DirectX isn't installed. That usually happens. For some reason, I don't know why it's not doing this. Okay, so let's go to here, program files, we have a tunic, redist, DXWeb. There you go. I accept. Next. Do not install the Bing bar. What are we, 1986? Okay, starting download on Cyberpunk. We're almost done updating, guys. I do love Bing, but I don't like the Bing bar. I like boing, boing, boing. Yeah, I know, stop. PNY RGB. Velocity X, there it is. Forgot, the GPU isn't doing its thing right now, so I'm gonna get that installed. Okay, there he goes. Now, might have to reboot. Download now. It's almost done here. I think everything else is good. It all looks blue. We're just waiting for the Velocity X to download here. And the reason it's not is because this thing. That's weird. Like, look at the percentage. It's like doing it in a weird way. How we doing likes on YouTube, guys? We got to be getting close. Okay, there goes the download there. Going faster. That's a nice download speed. Almost done. Then we'll get this Verto installed, get it blue, and then we'll do our thermal testing. Should all be great. Like, I'm actually really ready for this, which is gonna be cool. Now we're just waiting for the patch. It's funny that worked now. Okay, so that's good. Lighting. Let's go to blue. There we go. Okay, everything's lit now. Okay, it all looks good. Okay, cool. Let's do, let's open up Cinebench. Oop, do I have hardware info? I don't think I have hardware. Oop, nope, I don't want that. Actually, I do want to do this real quick while I'm downloading. Where's the update all? There it is. They moved it. Okay, let's download hardware monitor real quick. Almost done, guys. There we go. Set up. Don't care about this ad. Let me download. There we go. Okay, now we have all the stuff we need. And this is all just doing its last little updates. And then we'll be good. I just want all this stuff updated because I don't want anything to mess with our temps. Okay, so while we're doing this, let's go to side view here. Okay. That looks so good, guys. That actually looks really good. Okay, here we go. Peel time. Boom. Then if you do your static view, look at that. That looks really nice. Like even with the wood in front, that's actually a nice looking PC. Not bad for 1,800 bucks. That would look really good. Lots of air. Like it's got air it can pull from everywhere, guys. Okay, so we got everything set. Let's take a look at what our temps are like. Oh, let's go to capture here. Everything's set. Okay, let's open Cinebench. Oh, that's control panel. Do I not have Cinebench? Nope, I don't. Okay, let's install Cinebench. This is way less prep than I thought it was, guys. All right, now we got it all. Okay, let's open up hardware info. There we go. Okay, so we have our 14600K here right now. Okay, let's go to File, Advanced, 10 minute. Let's get it started. Pulling 160 watts. Yeah, this is not having any issue whatsoever. The fans are barely spinning up now. Yeah, this is not gonna have any problem. Oh, camera's dead. Which camera died? Which camera is that? Oh, weird. Okay, let me find out which camera that is. That was weird because it's all showing here. side camera is being weird. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna unplug and plug it back in. Work this whole the rest of the time. There it goes. Okay. All right, guys. So yeah, as we're seeing, it's getting into the. It got up to 70. Got up to 70, but yeah, this is not having any problems. Staying for the most part at 68, 70. Yeah, no issues. The fan, it's not loud. Sounds really good. Pulling air. Feels good, guys. Temps look good. Feels good. You know, temps-wise, we're like, yeah, look at that. Look at it. It's sitting, like I said, we're sitting at 69, it's been running this whole time. 14600K, it's been running for 2 minutes. It's not even the highest, it's gotten to 71, pulling 157 watts. So we're not having any issues whatsoever. Yeah, it's a good looking PC, right? Good looking PC, and it performs. Okay, so let's take a look at gaming temps real quick. See how this is. So again, just wanting to show GPU and CPU temps. That's really kind of the reason we do the benchmarks we do. Now that we've got gaming on gaming streams, and those are separate. Okay. Let's go to Steam settings. Oops. Steam just crashed. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Steam settings, library. Do not ready to play. I don't care about that. I just want library. Okay. Let's sync this. Okay, there we go. MSI Afterburner running. Oops. Okay, so now we should be able to show you game temps, all that sort of stuff. Continue that account. There we go. Controller does work. Okay. So we'll just give it 1440p, 4070 Super. Nothing crazy. We'll run it, you know, just that's really what we want to see. Allow. Do not see our stuff here. I might need to. Okay, guys, I'm gonna reboot real quick because we're not getting our. I want to be able to show our temperatures and stuff. Quit. Let's reboot this real quick. I also, yeah, let's just reboot it. There we go. Give the side view so you guys can get a little bit of a better view here. See a little bit of RGB going. I really like how this build turned out. What setting you going with? What do you mean, Jane Doe? Fix the, you don't like the, you want it a static color? Okay, I'll fix the blinking when it comes back. Okay, let me bring up. I will change the blinking. Oh no, it's like, what is going on here? See? Static, okay. Oh, I see. There you go. Now it's just static. Okay, let's see if MSI Afterburner works now. What's going on here, man? This thing's like struggling. Weird. Okay. I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to reinstall the thing one more time. Redist, PW, yes. Let's try it one more time. This is usually how you fix it when I've had this problem. Okay, so it's all installed. Okay. I'm bringing up the more right now. Huh. Okay, I'm gonna try and just load Cyberpunk and see if this happens to come up. Maybe it'll be fine. If not, I won't be able to show you temps, guys, and I'm sorry. Validating download, what the deuce? Okay, there we go. Okay, well, I can do GPU temps at least. So let's go to statistics, show heads up display, we'll show advanced here. So you guys can see, at least you can see GPU temps at least. We won't be able to show CPU temps. I don't know why MSI Afterburner is not working, but I want you guys to be able to see at least GPU temps when it's under load. So. Go to video, we'll run 2560 by 1440, run full screen. Graphics, we'll do ray tracing, ultra DLSS, we'll set it to balance, which is the standard, and this is like the standard setup here. Here we go, see how it runs. By the way, Smock 80, SRock 8061 and Schweb 0, thank you very much for the subs. You guys are rock stars. Appreciate you. Okay, here we go. So again, beautiful in terms of 1440p, full ultra ray tracing, no frame generation. We're getting 80 frames per second. No problems whatsoever. And right now we're pulling 202 watts. CPU's at 44%, so I'm guessing it's in the 60s, if I was gonna guess. And we're getting 100 frames per second, no problem. Yeah, guys, this is running 0 issues whatsoever. It's running buttery smooth. So in terms of gaming, this build is going to be absolutely great for $1,800, 1440p. I mean, you're looking at one of the highest, like the highest demanding games right now, and it's not having any issue whatsoever with being able to run this. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll check out one more just to see. Ow. So let's go to library here. Throw up Black Myth Wukong. Check out this one. Again, just showing 1440p. I mean, these are the games that NVIDIA just shines at, you know what I mean? So for sure. And this is stuff that you'll definitely see struggles on AMD cards. These single player cinematic experiences, this is what they do well. If for pure rasterization, like your FPSs and stuff like that, that's something where the competition is much, much closer. What do you guys think of the build though? Hilo Taco, thank you very much for the sub. You guys liking the build and everything? I'm glad you guys like it. It's still a nice PC? Was it at one point not a nice PC? Well, Joshua Wood, this is a good, well, your name is Joshua Wood, so Joshua Wood, this seems like a appropriate case for you. Yeah, it is a nice dark case, and it has a ton of ventilation. You know what I mean? It's just a pretty build. It would look good on, any desk. Really? And then, I have to say, with the components we chose with the Cooler Master stuff, I mean, it just has like a nice even color to it all the way. I love how all of the RGB matches. That's the thing that actually has been impressive, is like sometimes when you look at the lighting on cases, like the blues will be different, but in this case, the blues are all the same between the fans, the RAM, and even the cooler. So, and there is some, obviously there's some on the bottom of the GPU as well, but I really do like the way it turned out. Okay, just waiting for shader compilation real quick. They all got them blues. Yeah, exactly. They have the same level of depression. %67%. For that the shaders to get done. Come on. Waiting for those shaders to get done. All right, shader compilation complete. Here we go. Let's see what this, just give this one. Okay, confirm. Confirm. I've read everything, I swear. I know nothing. Everything I agree to. Oh yeah, for sure. Read all this too. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna do apply graphic. It says DLSS, frame generation on, fully ray traced. I wanna turn on. Let's put it on high, graphic preset very high. And then super resolution, we want balanced, okay. There you go. Okay, let's run the benchmark. Of course, I want ray tracing. Let's see how this looks. So this is with full ray tracing in high, DLSS and balanced, and running 1440p. GPU temp definitely jumped up there for a little bit. Yeah, time spy. I don't usually have that installed. Jane Doe. Okay, so right now we're getting 100 frames per second. That seems good. Especially, I mean, with full ray tracing. GPU is sitting at 64 degrees Celsius. I don't know, Raxus. That Ray, he likes to trace. Yeah, this is running beautifully. I think this looks really good. Oh, nice little frame jump there, though. Yeah, it's running nice and smooth. There was a little bit of a frame jump. It actually isn't doing it. I think sometimes I'm not seeing that here. I see it on the Twitch stream, but I don't see it on the screen. Oh, sorry about the ad, guys. I can't pause it. Usually I try to pause during ads so you guys don't miss anything. Oh, it looks like we need 5 likes, guys. 5 likes left, and then we'll do that giveaway. Turdog, thank you very much for the gifted sub. Three more. We're gonna make it just in the nick of time, guys, because this is like, we're at the very end. 2 more. There we go, guys. 108 frames per second, no problems whatsoever. We saw a minimum of 86, low fifth is 90 FPS, total VRAM. This is what I'm talking about, though. Look at this VRAM, guys. Use 7.5 gigs. See, this is just, you know, as people start doing this, and look at this. Borderless, very high, very, very high, very high. DLSS was set, and we might even run quality and get 80. So there you go. Okay, well, let's run that giveaway real quick. One $25 new A gift card up for grabs. Thank you very much for hitting those likes, guys. Okay, Cloudbot. Giveaways. Exclamation point community, guys. $25 Newegg gift card up for grabs starting right now. Exclamation point community. Okay, well, that is it for the build. We have shown you gameplay temps in 2 different games, looking at, in the 60s. Temps on the CPU are in the 60s. So, yeah, we're not having any issues whatsoever. We also showed you guys how to build it. We showed you the RGB stuff. We got it all set up. I hope you guys had a lot of fun today while we did the building. So what's coming up? Well, if you want to win a PC, this is a good week. Because tomorrow, so our next stream is Thursday. Thursday, we're going to be doing the mod workshop. We're going to be building a Be Quiet 800DX system. That's going to be happening. Beautiful 14700K with an RTX 4070 Ti Super. Might be a 4070 Super, I don't remember, but that's happening. That's going to be happening on on Thursday. Friday, we're back for Budget Build Friday. Tom, what do we got in that one? It's a, how much is that one and what system we're giving that away to? That is, I don't know if Tom left or he's trying to top in the middle of it. Let's see. He may be gone. So anyway, guys, I can look right here. Never mind. I forgot, I have it on the calendar. I look on the calendar. That's where you look. Okay, so on Budget Build Friday, nope, I don't have it on the calendar either. Oh, you know what? Maybe it's in schedule. Hold on, let me look. Jasmine, she put it. There it is. So it is an AMD Ryzen 5 5600 with a Ryzen 7 7700 XT. I think it's $750 or $800, somewhere around there. So that's the build that we're doing on Friday for Budget Build Friday, where we're going to be giving that one away as well. So that's coming up on Friday. And then we are back on Tuesday for the Fractal Era 2. So that's going to be happening. And then we have Amazon Live on Wednesday before we head out to LA. And then again, you're definitely going to want to tune in because we got some great giveaways that are happening at the NRG Night Market event that's happening with Intel on Friday next week. So 3 days of giveaways that you guys should definitely tune into. Remember, 3 p.m. Pacific time is when all of that stuff is essentially happening. So make sure you set your calendars and all that sort of stuff. Outside of that, guys, congratulations to our winner. Let's find the winner. Congratulations to our winner, Jeff McCulkey, over on YouTube. Jeff McCulkey, congratulations, you are the winner of the $25 Newegg gift card. Jeff McCulkey over on YouTube. Anyway, guys, that is it for me tonight. I hope you guys had an amazing time. Thank you for tuning in. By the way, there's probably going to be a game stream here coming up pretty soon, so stay tuned. Make sure that you are hitting those notifications for Discord so you know when we go live. We've been playing Final Fantasy 16 together as a community. Outside of that, guys, have a great night, and we'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye, guys.